South Africa receiving a backlash from opposition parties and civil society organizations here at home for not taking a clear stance on the Ukraine-Russia war. The country took the controversial decision to abstain from voting on the invasion of Ukraine at the UN General Assembly meeting this week. The UN voted to adopt a resolution to reprimand Russia for its attacks on Ukraine. For more on this, let's bring in the Ukrainian ambassador to South Africa, Liubov Abravitova, who joins us now via our video link. Ambassador, it's great to have you on the program. Thank you so much indeed for making time. As a start, how worried are you that South Africa's decision during that vote may actually lead to strained relations between Kiev and Pretoria?
Good morning. Being a diplomat, I believe that you are developing relations, notwithstanding with such decisions. You are doing that not for the politicians, you are doing that for ordinary people, and that's why I'm working here. So I believe that when the war finished, I hope it will be very soon, we will continue to develop our relationships in the even more active manner and in spirit of friendship. We are receiving a lot of messages of support, not only from ordinary people now, but also from politicians. And I believe that unfortunately, it's not popular thing to say, but this war put Ukraine somehow on the map of Africa, which will give us a lot of opportunities in the future. But now the main thing is not this vote. The main thing is to be able to name the aggressor by his name in order to be able to talk to him and to help your own people there in Ukraine out, because they are I'm in touch with a lot of mothers that have their students, not only South African, but from the region, even from Nigeria and Ghana, and all of them are worried. And there is a linkage between political and humanitarian side. If you don't name the part of the conflict, how you are going to ask this part to provide your children with humanitarian corridor to make it safe for them now to leave Ukraine.
Yeah, and
that's my main concern.
Yeah. How helpful do you think, that meeting that took place between Ukrainian and Russian delegates yesterday will be in reaching that end? We know that part of what they'd agreed to is creating those humanitarian corridors in a context where, quite frankly, we're not even sure how many people have died because there's still so much uncertainty about what's actually happening on the ground.
I'm reading documents carefully.
Yeah.
And I didn't yet read there that during organization this humanitarian corridors, the ceasefire will be achieved, which doesn't give me the clear idea how these humanitarian corridors might work. If I would have my child there or my husband there, I'm not sure that I would be secure in the humanitarian corridor that is under fire. The casualties can appear, and we have to understand this, unless the complete ceasefire achieved.
South Africa, in substantiating its reason for abstaining in that UN General Assembly vote, said that the wording of the resolution itself is not conducive to an environment that's open to diplomacy and mediation, etc., etc. Something tells me you might see things differently, but are you at all convinced by at least the reasoning that South Africa has given for its decision?
The project was a subject for negotiation. It was submitted, and all the democratic countries were invited to become co-sponsors of this document. So this is the work of our diplomats in New York, and obviously the decision, if the amendments would need to appear in this document, according to the views of South Africa, then there would be some requests from South African sides. I'm not aware about them.
Yeah. And Ambassador, of course, you have an invested interest not only as a diplomat in this situation, because I imagine you've got family also in Ukraine. From the latest you've heard from them, how are they doing? How are you doing as you watch these unprecedented times continue to unfold?
Now, the biggest concern, apart of all that, what's happening for the 9th day already, and that the infrastructure completely destroyed, we're concerned about Zaporizhzhia nuclear power station. You know, this is the largest nuclear power plant in Europe, and fire has already broke out. And the army is firing it from all sides. The Russian army is firing it. So if it blows up, it will be 10 times larger than was Chernobyl. Then even Africa will feel it. Not only Europe. It's not anymore the regional problem, you understand? So this is our main concern now.
Sure. Really concerning that, and great sobering perspective. Ambassador, thanks for your time. Really do appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Abravitova is the Ukrainian ambassador to South Africa as we continue watching the situation unfold in Eastern Europe. And she's perfectly right. Blasts being heard near Europe's largest nuclear plant overnight, essentially into the early hours of this morning.